Hello everyone. Well, it's finally turned to summer here, or warmer weather anyways. So it's May 16th, I believe. May 16th. I've been back here 2 weeks. It's been all cold, rain, miserable. So the last few years it's gone from spring to summer, no spring, or winter to summer, no spring. That's why I like the fall so much up here. The fall is definitely the best season here. The reason I'm making the video is I'm on day 11 of a, I guess you'd call it a water fast or a no-calorie fast. And I did that because when I came back from Colombia, I was extremely bloated, felt awful. And I believe that if something's bothering you enough, then you have to take drastic action. Your action is the only thing that's going to change anything. So I did some research on it before I did it. I've done a 7-day fast before and it was hard. But this fast, it's been excruciatingly difficult, horrible. That's all I can say. I can go into details, but that's all I'll say about it. And I'm not feeling a whole lot better yet. So hopefully at the end of it, and I eat something, maybe I'll feel better. Okay, so what are some of the benefits of a water fast? Well, in my opinion, the number one reason to do it is to shock your body. And shocking your body can reset many of the things that have gone wrong over when you've abused it or not treated it properly. And when you try to start a new program, your body doesn't respond, and shocking it will definitely help it realize that there's a change in order. So it's kind of like when you have an electronic issue with your TV or your computer or your phone. Sometimes the easiest thing to do is turn it off and turn it back on, and the problem mysteriously goes away. And I think that you'll find, whether it's fighting disease, whether it's losing weight, preventing diabetes or some other ailment, that when you reset your body, it will be much more receptive to whatever program that you're trying to continue on, whether it's intermittent fasting or just healthier living. I was on a fantastic routine for several years. I have always struggled with my weight, but I've always been able to control it. But without getting into too much detail that's really unnecessary, you know, I got thrown off the horse, as they say, or off the wagon. And I don't mean alcohol, but just, you know, life threw a couple curveballs and I thought I knew better. So I abandoned my routine. And actually, to be quite honest with you, when I hurt myself, and then when Tink Tink and I separated, I just lost the will to live. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I really did. I didn't care. I didn't care about anything. And so the only solace I took was in alcohol and food. And because I couldn't work out, my arms were too badly damaged. And it's taken 3 years for the arms to heal to where I can lift more than 30 pounds now, which is good. I'm never going to get back to normal, but so be it. But I'm also back to where I want to commit back to a program of intermittent fasting. And what that is, and the reason it's so beneficial, is that it's basically you consume all your calories in you can name your window, typically an 8-hour window. Some people do 6, some people do 4. And then you just pick a time of day and you do it. So if you say, okay, I'm going to eat my calories 6 a.m. to, or 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., that's an 8-hour window. And what that does is that gives your body an 16-hour window to not pay attention to digestion or consumption. And that's linked to many health benefits, because the reason our country has so many diabetes cases now is over time, from every time we consume something, our pancreas secretes insulin, and over time it wears out and you become as well insulin resistant, and that's what leads to pre-diabetes and diabetes. And one of the symptoms of that is belly fat, and there's a few other things, but for me it's belly fat. And I'm not diabetic, but you know, my sister's a doctor and she's been hammering this home for years. And you know, now that as we get older, you know, we start to pay attention to these things. So that's another good reason for me doing the fast is I intend on transitioning into intermittent fasting after this. And I just wanted to get to the point where my body was reset to zero, basically. I just knew that if I started the program, it was going to be that much more successful if I could shock the body and get it back to, you know, where I was. And to sum it up, the way I looked at it is I haven't been completely awful, but I haven't been on a real strict regimen for the last 3 years. And so the way I looked at it is if I go 3 years really not paying attention, and I can reset most of that, or a good portion of that, in 2 weeks, I think the gain is worth the pain. And for me, it's been a lot of pain. It's an extreme amount of willpower to get through this. But instead of focusing on the temporary inconvenience, you focus on the goal, what you're doing it for. And that should get anybody through what they're feeling. If you have an objective and you say, darn it, I'm gonna get it, then you do it. And 2 weeks, it's only 2 weeks. It's not a month, it's not a year. So you can do it. You can do it.